So good day everyone, welcome. So I am going to discuss about bond line drawings. So this is a guide to organic chemistry. So bond line drawings are essential for understanding organic chemistry. So these drawings are very essential when you are going in or you are interested about organic chemistry. So this presentation will guide you on how to read and draw them fluently. So to do well in organic chemistry, you must first learn to interpret the drawings that organic chemists used. When you use a drawing of a molecule, it is absolutely critical that you can read all of the information contained in that drawing. Without this skill, it will be impossible to master even the most basic reactions and concepts. So molecules can be drawn in many ways. For example, below are three different ways of drawing the same molecule. So here we have the same molecules but different types of drawings. The molecular formula, the skeletal formula, and this. So first, how to read bond line drawings. Carbon skeleton. So we have these first. Bond line drawings show the carbon skeleton, the connections of all the carbon atoms that build up the backbone or skeleton of the molecule, with any functional groups that are attached, such as OH or bromine. Lines are drawn in a zigzag format, which each corner or endpoint represents a carbon atom. So we have the drawing here. So these have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 carbon atoms. So note that the ends of line represents carbon atoms as well. For example, the following molecules has 6 carbon atoms. So let's count. So every end of line represents carbon atoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So double and triple bonds. Double bonds are shown with 2 lines and the triple bonds are shown with 3 lines. So when drawing triple bonds, be sure to draw them in a straight line rather than zigzag because triple bonds are linear. So we have these drawings here. We have the double bond and this we have the triple bond. So when drawing triple bonds, be sure to draw them in a straight line rather than zigzag because triple bonds are linear. So this can be quite confusing at first because it can get hard to see just how many carbon atoms are in a triple bond. So let's make it clear. So this drawing is the same as this. So this compound has 6 carbon atoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is the same as here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It is common to see a small gap on either side of a triple bond like this. So this compound with a triple bond is the same as this. You should train your eyes to see triple bonds either way. Don't let triple bonds confuse you. Two carbon atoms of the triple bond and the two carbon connected to them are drawn in a straight line. All other bonds are drawn as zigzag. Excuse me. So we have a compound like this is drawn as this. So now we have four carbon atoms. So this is drawn like this. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. And every carbon there have a hydrogens. So in this case, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every carbon have 4 hydrogens. But in this, the one hydrogen is shared to the other carbon. So this carbon only have 3 hydrogens and this carbon only have 2 because the other 2 is shared to the other carbons. But this triple bond is drawn like this. It is just a straight line with a triple bond. So we have an exercise. Count the number of carbon atoms in each of the following drawings. So now we have the first compound has 6 carbon atoms and the second only has 5 carbon atoms. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is the labeled with the number of the carbon atoms present in this compound. So second, how to draw bond line drawings. So first, we need to focus on the skeleton. To draw a bond line drawing, we focus on the uncarbon skeleton, making sure to draw Y atoms other than carbon and hydrogen. All atoms other than carbon and hydrogen must be drawn. Second, we have this zigzag format. Don't forget that carbon atoms in a straight chain are drawn in a zigzag format. So let's back here. So these carbon atoms is straight, but it is drawn in a zigzag format. Third, double bond placement. When drawing double bond, try to draw the other band as far away from the double band as possible. Zigzag direction. When drawing zigzags, it does not matter which direction you start drawing, so it's either left or right, or top or bottom. Now that we know how to read these drawings, we need to learn how to draw them. So, take the following molecules as examples. So we have this molecule here. To draw this abundant drawing, we focus on the carbon skeleton. So we will going to focus in these skeletons of carbons, making sure to draw any atoms other than carbon and hydrogen. So in this case, we have an oxygen. All atoms other than carbon and hydrogen must be drawn. So example above will look like this. So in this case, it is said that any other atoms other than carbon and hydrogen must be drawn. So the oxygen is drawn here because it is not a carbon and or a hydrogen. So it must be drawn. So we have here problems. For each structure below, draw a band line drawing in the box provided. So by these molecules or compounds, try to draw the band line drawings of each one of these, and let's see if you can draw them confidently and concisely. So third is we have these mistakes to avoid. So never draw a carbon atom with more than 4 bonds. This is a big no-no. Carbon atoms only have 4 orbitals. Therefore, carbon atoms can only form 4 bonds. Bonds are formed with when orbitals of one atom overlap with orbitals of another atom. This is true of all second row elements, and we will discuss this in a more detail in upcoming chapter. So we'll just discuss this in the chapter 2, so stay tuned. Second, when drawing a molecule, you should either show all of the H and all of the C's to draw a bond line drawing where the carbons and the hydrogens are not drawn. You cannot draw the carbons without also drawing the hydrogens. So never do this. This drawing is no good. Either leave out the carbons, which is preferable. Third, when drawing each carbon atom in a zigzag, try to draw all of the band as far apart as possible. So, this drawing is better than this. So, more exercises. Choose any bandline drawing and make sure that you can say with confidence and how many carbon atoms you see and how many hydrogen atoms are attached to each of those carbon atoms. Now examine the following transformation and think about the changes that are occurring. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms, and we have a double bond transitioning into a single bond. In this case, two hydrogen atoms have been installed and a double bond has been into a single bond. It is certainly clear to see that double bond has been converted into a single bond. But you should also clearly see that two hydrogen atoms have been installed during this process. Consider another example. So we have here a compound with bromine transitioning into a double bond. In this example, hydrogens and bromine have been removed and a single bond has been converted into a double bond. If you cannot see that an H was removed, then you will need to count the number of hydrogen atoms in the starting material and compare it with the product. So here, transitioning into this. Now consider one more example. So we're back at the compound with the bromine, but now it is transitioned into a compound with chlorine. In this example, a bromine atom has been replaced with a chlorine atom. Inspection of the bond line drawings clearly indicates that no other changes occurred in this case. So now we all another have problem. So for each of the following transformations, describe the changes that are occurring. So now we have three problems with different transformations. So first, the chlorine atom is replaced by a hydroxyl group. Second, the double bond is broken. So here we see a double bond and it is now broken and two hydroxyl groups are added to the carbon atoms that were part of the double bond. So third problem, the chlorine atom is replaced by a double bond. Here. So let's move on. Now we are in the identifying of